Alright, what's going on, you guys? It's Royce Jacob. Welcome back to the channel. In this video, I want to talk to you about my top 3 stock picks for the month of April 2021. Now, before we get into it, I just want to remind you guys that this is only my opinion. I know there are a lot of great stocks in the market right now, but these are just the 3 that I'm the most bullish on personally as we move into a new month. So, that said, I'm always excited to talk about stocks that I'm excited about, so let's get into it. As always, we'll quickly go over how I'm going to structure this video, and then we'll dive right in. So, first things first, as you can see in front of us, I have a write-up that I made for you guys titled My Top 3 Stock Picks of April 2021. Rocket emoji, of course, I'm bullish. This write-up does consist of course, the 3 stocks we're going to be talking about today, so let's just dive right into that. First up is going to be Alternate Systems, or ticker symbol ALYI. Second is going to be Marathon Digital, or MARA, and the third is going to be ZK International, or ZKIN. If you guys have been following along with the channel, then you would know that this comes as no surprise to you. I've been bullish on these for a while, and I'm even more bullish on them as we move into the month of April. So, those are the 3 names. Of course, we will kick it off with a quick summary I wrote for you guys of why I'm personally bullish on these plays from a fundamental perspective. So just real brief, quickly go over why I'm bullish on them. As always, guys, do your own research into these companies if any of these interest you at all. And then we'll talk about my end of the month price targets, which we will also validate in the charts at the end. Because, of course, I did mention in the title 2X to 10X potential, because I really do believe that. And we will kick it off with the big dog first, which is the 10X, but still 2X is very, very impressive potential for a play. And again, that will make more sense too as we dive into the charts in the back. So, speaking of the charts behind this, as you can all see, is TradingView, where we'll talk technicals, price action, price targets on the 3 names we just discussed. And again, I'm very bullish on these. We'll talk short-term, medium-term, and long-term. I guess not long-term, but long-term being the end of the month. I will talk about short-term price action as talk to you guys about how I think we could potentially kick off the month of April in terms of price action. And then we'll zoom out a little bit and talk about end of the month price targets if all goes accordingly, of course. All right, so excited to dive in. As always, before you do though, I will ask you guys to please give the video a like if you do go on to gain value from it today, or if you're excited about any of these like I am. Subscribe to the channel if you're new around here, want to catch more content like this, and of course check out my complete portfolio daily newsletter. First link down in the description, $15 a month. If you want to know exactly how I'm going to be trading these stocks as well as every other play in my entire portfolio, call options, put options, stock positions, cryptocurrencies. I do update that every trading day during market hours, and with every update I send out a pretty comprehensive newsletter, throw some charts in there, throw some analyses in there, explaining my thoughts, just letting you guys know what I think is important on the day, as well as rationalizing my trades. Okay, so again, first link in the description really means a lot if you guys check that out, but if not, appreciate you watching. Now let's get into these charts. But again, we got to kick it off with this. So first things first is going to be Alternate Systems. So you know what, we'll go down the line here. I'll briefly describe why I'm bullish on this, minimize it, and then we'll move down the line and just focus on one at a time. All right. So Alternate Systems has continued to release very strong news of their progress on a consistent basis, and I believe that trend will continue. My end of the month price target, again, if all goes accordingly, is going to be 75 cents or a 10x, considering we're just at about 7.5 cents right now. Okay, so again, that is a wild price target for the end of the month. Again, all does have to go accordingly for this, but hopefully I can kind of rationalize my, I can give you guys my rationale behind that and it makes sense to you. Okay, so we'll start short term and then we'll move out and I'll talk to you guys about why I see a potential 10x by the end of this month. So short term, I also want to mention that the majority of the market was red today. It's March 29th at the time of recording this, and is very, very bullish. It's just a cherry on top to see these 3 plays in the green pretty significantly. At one point, ALYI was actually up 10% today, and it's very, very it shows optimism around these plays, which is just another, once again, another star aligning in terms of my bullishness for these plays that we're talking about. In terms of price action, I think it's very, very likely that by early April, so before April 10th, we will ultimately come up to test the trend line, the top line of resistance on the short-term uptrend. ALYI has corrected significantly, as you can see here, since mid-February. Seen a significant correction, but if you guys have followed the channel for a while, you would know about the good old two-wave theory. The two-wave theory, where we see a big wave up, you see the bubble pop, you see capitulation, which is sideways movement, reaccumulation. People are buying back up. Investors are getting confident once again, and I really do believe that the second wave is on the way for ALYI. That said, short term, I think we will see some resistance here, of course, in the overall downtrend. So we will need to break above, just call it 9 cents. If we can clear 9 cents over the coming week or so, then I think it's very, very likely that ALYI, a little tongue twister, will first come up to test the short-term line of resistance on the uptrend. That'll take us to about 15 cents. If we break through that, then I think it's very, very likely that we'll ultimately come up to test the overall line of resistance using the 2 highs from ALYI's current rally. So high right here, the beginning of the rally end of January when we first started talking about ALYI right around here to its high of 20 cents. And this is very conservative. Keep in mind, you guys, I don't like using these absolute tops. I wanted to go for the candle closures. So you see multiple closures, 4-hour closures around this level right here. So that is a line I'm going to use as my line of resistance. If we span that all the way out, that would take us to, on April 30th, or roughly the end of April, that would take us to 75 cents. Once we break above this, that I think, as you guys know, we are going to the big red rock that is Mars. That's why ALYI is the Mars mission, okay? So that's ALYI. Again, you guys, of course, I will keep you guys posted on price action more frequently, but I just want to talk to you guys about kind of the zoom out, what I'm thinking could happen over the course of this month. So it's always important to practice patience if you're playing stocks like this. And of course, you guys, ALYI, you guys know that I have a long-term price target of at least $1 to $10. ALYI currently sits at a market cap of only $9 million, or $8.6 million, I'm sorry, at the time of recording. And that is so ridiculously small for the vision that this company has. Again, the Harley-Davidson, trying to be the Harley-Davidson of EVs, targeting emerging markets in Africa, and really just trying to build out a crazy EV ecosystem in the continent of Africa, which in the future, I think will be like Wakanda, okay? So, crazy vision. Of course, they do have to execute on it, but if they do, I think this could easily be a billion-dollar company. And from this point, that would, of course, be over 100x. All right, so $10 is my ultimate price target, whether it takes 6 months, a year, 2 years, 5 years, a decade, I don't know. But I'm holding this one so strong, and you guys know I'm in absolute accumulation mode on this stock right now. So that is ALYI. Let's move into Mara. And again, we'll bring up this bad boy right here. So Mara, Marathon Digital, I always want to say Marathon Patent Group, the OGs would know. Mara's technicals couldn't look better, and I believe BTC is on its way to a new all-time high. So Bitcoin, as the time of recording, is at 57.3 right now. It is currently in a technical breakout. It broke the downtrend, and I think we are on our way to like 80K, okay? So of course, I will keep you guys posted on that, probably make a video on that tomorrow. But Bitcoin, looking very promising. Of course, Marathon Digital being a Bitcoin mining company, having a lot of Bitcoin on their balance sheet, a significant amount of Bitcoin on their balance sheet at that, significantly more than other Bitcoin miners. Obviously, if Bitcoin appreciates in value, it only makes sense that Mara does as well. And considering like plays like Riot and some of the other Bitcoin miners were a little flatter today, Mara definitely was a standout in the Bitcoin mining sector today. And as you guys know, I've been saying Mara needs to play catch up to Riot blockchain for a while now, and it's finally doing that. And I do think it will continue to do that. I still see upside for plays like Riot and all other Bitcoin mining plays, but Mara is, I think, is my number one horse in this race in terms of Bitcoin miners, and I see very big things. So of course, 2x potential with price target of $85. Let's get into why. Short-term, Mara is in this pretty textbook wedge. Wedges, symmetrical wedges, when you are in an uptrend, usually resolve to the upside. Of course, you guys, TA doesn't always play out the way it's expected to, but you're just playing the odds, of course. And short-term, I do think Mara will rip up like easy as we go into the month. I think Mara will easily come up to test the line of resistance on the current downtrend. Beginning in that correction we saw in mid-February, so over a month ago now. I do think we'll come up, say April 5th, we come to test this. That would take us to a $44 Marathon Digital. If we break above this, we're off to the races. Of course, if Bitcoin does well, we are off to the races as well. We probably will break above that. My price target for Mara is going to be the top side of this beautiful megaphone ascending channel, not symmetrical ascending channel, but like nice megaphone ascending channel. That would take us to, on April 29th, again, you guys, end of the month, April 30th, just under $90. Price target is conservatively going to be 85. Again, all traders are going to be looking at this trend line. This trend line is very obviously in play. So keep an eye on that. Don't get greedy. Once Mara hits 85, once and if, of course, that's when I'll probably start to consider taking some profits off of my positions, okay? So last but not least, let's move into ZK International, or ZKIN. Very simple chart here, and but first, of course, let's talk about why I like ZKIN at the moment. So ZK International, ZKIN's technicals also look amazing, and they're attacking very cutting-edge aspects of the crypto industry, such as NFTs and gaming. So I did actually recently make a review, a pretty in-depth analysis of ZK and all the projects they're taking on. They continue to release news, and they're continuing to taking on new ventures through their crypto arm, X Sigma. ZKIN is like a steel pipe company. It's a Chinese steel company, but their crypto arm, X Sigma, is doing very, very cool things in the crypto space, and that's why we're seeing so much appreciation in this stock as crypto rallies, because they're getting so heavily invested. And I wouldn't be surprised if over the course of the future become a primarily crypto company with a profitable steel business on the side. That said, the technicals are great. Again, you guys, I think we're in the midst of the second wave here. You see this first wave, bubble pops, we're immediately being eaten back up because like crazy, like that's a ridiculous volume right there. But we're immediately like being eaten back up. You can see, bullish sentiment is bullish around ZK right now. So long term, I mean, this could happen fast. This could play out faster, but I would say conservatively, like obviously optimistic but conservative. If we test this line of resistance, that's definitely in play right here. Again, discounting these massive tops, taking this previous high that we just saw into account before this very, very short-term correction that we're seeing right now. Testing bottom line of support, we're dancing right on top of it. Like if we break down, then this completely changes the analysis. But say ZK sees a green day tomorrow, I think it's very likely we ultimately come up to test the top side of this channel. Again, you guys, it could happen a lot sooner than April 30th, but if we do test this around April 30th, that would take us to just under $24 ZKIN. Price target, conservatively $20. So we'll call it there, you guys. Nice, brief to the point. That's why I really like making these videos. So hopefully you guys appreciated that. And please let me know in the comments down below which stock you're the most bullish on. As you guys know, I focus more on the crypto, like EV, kind of cutting edge sectors. But I know, again, like I said in the beginning, there's a lot of very exciting sectors out there right now as well. So I'd love to learn from you guys. Please enlighten me on what your favorite stock is, why you're bullish on it as we go into April. And yeah, I'll catch you downstairs in the comments. Until next time, always remember, take action, make waves. Peace.